step
stomp a little harder.
Yeah.
So Mark, you brought the new
Big 95.7 WKML, WKML.com. Carolina's best and most healthy, Larry K. Traffic tie-ups seem to be everywhere right now. Bragg Boulevard where? Well, and again, I-95 around exit 23 southbound, a big accident in that area as well. Now, I tell you, I have been so excited, as I was telling the guys that are in the studio with us, and who's in the studio with us, but our songwriters and singers in their own right, the guys who put the soul to the music. We've got Jason Matthews. We'll start in order from left to right. Jason Matthews, woo! Tony Arata, and Mark D. Sanders with us. Guys, thank you so much for making the trip to be a part of our 6th annual Songwriters Show this year, guys.
Thank you for having us. You bet.
Well, this is, as we say, one of our most special shows that we do every year. You know, people, the cell phones go off, and for a couple of hours, it's just like we're just vibing, you guys. It's like, you know, we hear the songs, but this is a chance for us to get an idea of what the songs are all about from your perspective as the folks that write the songs. Now, Jason's been with us for 5 of the 6 years, and Jason, I know you've got more songs that you're working on every year. You've had some interesting things in your life from the fact that your wife's close to being a state senator.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's hard being married to a politician.
You could eventually be like a first husband.
Now I know how Hillary feels.
Oh boy! Is there any songs going to come out of this new political ambition?
I don't know. Maybe I'm a political beast myself. I mean, not politics wise, but I watch the news all the time. I mean, I care about what's going on in the world. So somehow that'll eventually bleed into a song somewhere, you know. So.
Well, you know, you've done songs that have touched so many folks in their lives, like "Traveling Light," and a number of other songs that we played here. That's What Mamas Do. I mean, I still get to tear every time I play that. We have a lot of folks.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Do and I can't tell you how many funerals people call and say, "Where can I find that song?" You know.
Yeah, I'm big at funerals.
All right, so if Jason's big at funerals, Tony, where are you big? Now I got to tell you, looking at this is the first time we got a chance to meet. But I tell you, Garth Brooks is like your biggest fan.
Well, I've been very fortunate over the years. I met him right after we first moved to Nashville. My wife and I moved there about the same time that he and Sandy moved there. So we came up through the ranks of the unemployed. And matter of fact, when I was playing the Bluebird with an early show with him, and he was selling boots in boot country, and I was loading trucks at UPS. We both had the record industry right where we wanted it, and you know, so but anyway, I've known him quite some time.
Tony Arata did for you in the Brown. That's, you know, you wrote the dance for Garth. Garth said, "I'll get to that sooner or later." And I remember I was at a different place, different time. And when you can write a song that special that cuts through so many different what we call formats in radio, it's a special song.
Well, I thank you. Yeah, it was one of those things, and it had been turned down for many years. I wrote it right after we moved to Nashville, and so it had been turned down by some of the biggest and best there, and you know, and obviously there was a reason for that, and it finally found the right home.
Big 95.7 WKML, Larry K. with our songwriters. 3 of the 4, Billy Dean going to be with us tomorrow. We've got Jason Matthews, Tony Arata, and Mark D. Sanders. And Mark, now it's interesting, we got a couple of Southern boys, and you're a Southern California boy. Well, or at least that's where you came from, Nashville. I mean, where
I am from Southern California.
Okay, well that's what I read. That's what
my grandpa Sanders was from LaGrange, Georgia.
Okay.
I got some Southern in me.
Listen to him, he sounds Southern.
That's what I was going to say. When I met him and I heard him talk, I was like,
well, I'm married to
like Southern California.
I'm married to a woman from South Alabama too.
Okay, all right. So you got a lot of different influences.
Yeah, I got a mother-in-law that won't quit.
But I could see him in his younger life. He was an English teacher, and that's got to be really good for songwriting. So at least we know grammatically you're going to be pretty correct
Oh,
in
I'm
their
good
rhyme.
grammatically, yes. I can make them rhyme, too.
The reason I got the radio is because I couldn't spell, so I'd never get the newspaper. You know? That was back before spell check was. So tell us about your perspective in doing the songs. I mean, you 14 number ones, you average 80 songs a year from what I was reading. That's a lot.
Oh, I don't know where I came up with that number, but I've been doing it for 30 years. I got to Nashville in 1980, so I've been through the mill. I know how it works, and now I relax and write 2 or 3 or so days a week, maybe. And of course, I do take some short vacations. Like I'm getting ready to leave August 22nd until the next year. So, so I'm sort of semi-retired and semi-not.
So you're down to 40 songs a year, is it? Maybe?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't counted in such a long time. My daughter said the other day, she said, "Dad, how many songs do you think you have?" And I said, "I don't know, just thousands." Wow. Too many.
So where do you get answer? I mean, to me, you know, you do a daily radio show. That's 5 hours a day, 5 days a week. Where do you get inspiration for all those songs?
Well, you just don't depend on inspiration. I mean, you're always looking or listening, hearing what people say, or reading something in a book, or seeing something in a movie or something. And then a lot of co-writing, which we do a lot of, except for Tony here, he writes by himself. It's almost like being in a therapy session. You're talking about your life, your co-writer's talking about their life and what's happening to their marriage, and you know, I mean, I've seen them come and go. So it just comes up, you know, stuff bubbles up and you write about it. Hope for the best.
Again, Mark D. Sanders, Tony Arata, and Jason Matthews with us. Big 95.7 WKML going to be our featured songwriters along with Billy Dean tomorrow. Big show. Still tickets available at the Carolina Civic Center. Now, Jason.
Yeah, we need to sell these tickets now. I'm kind of concerned about that, Jason.
Oh, don't you
we need
worry.
to get those people out there.
These people will show up for it.
Right.
I tell you what. They will be there.
Now, Jason is our veteran of the show. Again, for folks that have never been, it's funny, at the intermission, the end of the show, I always get folks that come up and say, it's the best show they've ever been to in their life, best show that they ever see each year.
Well, wait till you get a load of this one, because I'm telling you, Mark D is one of my favorite songwriters of all time. Tony Arata is too. But Tony, I mean, if you've never heard Tony perform these songs, I mean, he's an artist in his own right. I mean, it's unbelievable. It's an experience. It truly is. I mean, you're going to have a great time at this show. And then Billy Dean, I mean, one of the best singers of all time. I mean, come on.
And a lot of the ladies.
There's a lot of value in this ticket now.
Yeah, I was going to say, Billy's got some eye candy for the ladies, too.
Yeah, he's got the best hair known to man. I might have the second best hair.
Tony's third.
You know.
Yeah.
I do my own.
I was going to say,
I'm right behind Tony.
you guys have more hair than the WKML staff combined. I'd have to tell you that. But,
I mean, this ticket's packed with.
It's going to be a great
This
show.
is like Lollapalooza of songwriting right here.
well, Jason, can you give us a little
It's like
example?
a festival.
Can you give us an example of a song you've been either working on or a song you might be doing on the Songwriter show that you want to pull for us right now?
Let's see. I'll try this one out.
And you see, folks, this is a difficulty of 11 because he's doing it with gum in his mouth.